everyone! I needed a little motivation to get started with this Clean With Me video, and what better way than to run out and pick up some of my favorite flowers and aromatic candles. Alright, let's get started. I use very basic products because there's nothing more annoying than to have your nose and eyes running because the products are too strong. So I've got some Arm & Hammer. I'm doing a spot treatment on the chairs. I've got some vinegar in the blue top bottle, some glass cleaner, countertop cleaner, and Lysol for the bathroom. The microfiber cloth that I'm using is not the best, so you'll see me switching it out with paper towels depending on the surface. My favorite product to use is the combination of baking soda and vinegar. You'd be surprised with how far it goes. I use it on my countertops. I use it on the stove. It's great at cutting grease and stains on the cabinets. Oh, and oh my goodness, I tried it today. You're going to see later on in the video. It was fabulous on the blinds. I'm going to be spot cleaning the chairs. These are so heavy. Normally I'll just push them aside and do my sweeping or my mopping, but because I wanted to make sure the cushions were clean, I took them outside so I can get a better look and see the stains that I'm cleaning. During the week, I only have time to do a quick gloss over or wipe down of the counters, but today I'm going to be taking everything off and I'm going to get behind the appliances, and you'd be surprised at the amount of grease that sticks to the appliances. So I'm going to be doing a little scrubbing also. I'm a minimalist and it comes in handy when I'm doing deep cleaning like this. So it's great that I don't have too many things to remove from my countertops. I used to get caught up in wanting all the things, the crock pot, the KitchenAid, the blenders, and you got to have more than one blender. You got to have a juicer, you got to have one that makes smoothies, until I took a look around and I discovered, where am I going to put all of this? I don't have room. Same with appliances around the house. It's just hard for me to see all the new things and what they can do and not want to push the button and buy. Consumerism is an addiction, and it's even worse now that the computer tracks what you like. So if you're scrolling, you're going to see all the new products, the new vacuums, the new steamers, the new mops, the new robot vacuums. It takes a lot to say, no, I don't need it. No, I have enough. I don't need it. It takes a lot of discipline. That's where I have to thank God for giving me the home that I have, because it's not a big home and I don't have a lot of storage space. And to be honest, if I had the space, I would probably be pushing the button. And I'm realizing that I really don't need a whole lot of appliances. I think I'm in my decorating season where I'm going to be focusing on little details like seasonal flowers, seasonal colors, seasonal plants, and just putting these items in the right areas in the right place can change the whole look of a room. And a lot of these things don't have to break the bank. As a matter of fact, I've been out thrifting with my mom recently, and I saw a lot of things that would be great for my space, and they were not very expensive. So here I'm just scrubbing down the kettle. It had a lot of grease on it. If y'all are like me and leave your kettle on the stove all the time, you will know, yes, it collects a lot of stains from cooking and a lot of grease. So what I tend to use is some baking soda, vinegar, and soap, and it does wonders for the stains. Y'all, I'll never forget one time my aunt came by to stay with me for a little while, and I came home and I looked on the stove and I said, "Did you buy a kettle?" And she said, "No, I just washed the one that you had." Y'all, I forgot what color my kettle was. So now I've gotten into the habit of doing a scrub down of all my appliances and my kettle and even pots, doing a deep scrub once in a while. if you have stains in your sink like I did, I do a lot of cooking with curry, and I'm not sure how the curry stain got on the sink, but no matter what scrubs, no matter what sprays I use, I couldn't get it out until I discovered baking soda and vinegar. Just simply pouring the baking soda and getting some vinegar on top of it, letting it sit for a couple of minutes, and then scrubbing it down, that got rid of the stain. And I promise y'all, this video is not sponsored. It's just little tips that I've discovered that I'm sharing with you, and inexpensive tips by that. And another reason why I like to use these natural products is because when I'm cooking and baking, sometimes I use the countertops to add my ingredients. So I don't want to use harsh chemicals on the countertops to get into the food. This steamer is probably one of the items you'll see me switching out in my later videos because for me it just didn't work. In fact, I had to do double work by going back over the surfaces, the cabinets that I had already previously steamed. It has a button on it that lets out a burst of steam, but also what comes pouring out is a bunch of water. So here I'm pressing it, if you can hear it, and steam is coming out, but also there's a bunch of water. So I had to go back over the cabinets because they were left dull and wet, and I'm going to have to go back over the countertops also because of the same thing. The blinds is one of my least favorite items in the house to clean, only because it collects so much grease, and because of the threading, it's just hard to clean it. I went ahead and tried to use the steamer on the blinds, but that was an ultimate fail, so I just decided to go ahead and use my hands instead. This is one of those things that you have to clean on a weekly basis, but because I absolutely hate cleaning the blinds, I tend to wait longer, and of course by the time I get to it there's a whole lot more grease to scrub down. Now, the blinds may be one of my least favorite things in the house to clean, but I just love cleaning my windows, my glass, mirrors. I'm not sure why. Maybe because these things just illuminates light. It lets the light in. It brightens the house up. I don't know, but I will spend all day cleaning it. Today I'm just going to be doing a surface cleaning of the stove. I'm not going to get to the oven. Y'all do not want to see my oven. If I had the time, I would use the baking soda and the vinegar and leave it on for at least an hour before I started to scrub. But I do not have the time today, so instead we'll just do a surface cleaning of the stove. These are the cabinets above the stove, and I'll be doing the microwave. Same thing with the refrigerator. I did not have the time to unpack, clean, and repack the refrigerator today, so I'm just going to be surface cleaning this as well. The baseboard, the lost, forgotten child of the kitchen. I love getting down here because when you get down to this level and see the amount of dirt that can accumulate, you will start to clean your baseboards very often. I know a lot of people are like, whoop, out of sight, out of mind. But we tend to forget that when we drop things and it splash on the floor, it also splash on the baseboards and the underside of the cabinets. So that's why I like to get down and dirty when it comes to this. I know a lot of people are going cordless these days, but I don't mind my appliances having a cord. I know it's an inconvenience to drag around the cord everywhere, but there's an inconvenience also with the cordless because you have to start and stop, start and stop. If the battery dies, you have to stop what you're doing, continue with something else until the battery recharges, and I'd rather drag around the cord with me. I saw a tip recently that I'm going to try before I suggest it, but they said if you want to get rid of the rings or the stains around your bowl, you can open up the tank and there's a white tube that you can pour vinegar in, and the vinegar will get rid of the stains. because what we don't see are little holes that's on the underside of the toilet. So buildup tends to live right in those holes. So every time we flush, the buildup comes down. That's what the vinegar gets rid of. It treats the stains caused from the buildup. So I'm just spot treating the chairs. The scrub that I used was a bit harsh, so I had to be very gentle. The next time I'll get something with softer bristles to avoid damaging the material. Yo, it looked like it was about to rain, so I had to do a quick job on these chairs. I was going to leave them out to dry, but because of the rain, I'm just going to quickly try to get these spots out and bring the chairs in. In total, this clean with me took about 3.5 hours. Y'all can see why I didn't get to the stove or to clean the inside of the fridge, but maybe I'll leave that to another video. But I love the look of the countertops. The bathroom looks great, and join me the next time. I think I'll do a decorate with me video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe. See you next time.